it comes, our carriage to Tokyo en route Sapporo. The island of Hokkaido is already looking very, very, very different to Honshu. Very different terrain. We are now waiting for the final train to get us up to Sapporo, but we are officially now on the island of Hokkaido. And just when you get cocky and think you're beginning to understand the system, our carriage number, if that's the right word, is 3. Except for the first time we've come across a railway station that doesn't label the platforms in numbers. No, they've gotten more creative. Oh, I want to be in carriage potato. Our first official morning on the island of Hokkaido in Sapporo, and we've woken up, come downstairs to breakfast and found this tower right on our doorstep. It doesn't get any closer than that, so that'll have to be done a bit later on today. But the place we're staying, the Royal Canvas Hotel, is beautiful. It's very alpine, and the whole theme is obviously in anticipation of snow because the winter festival is their big tourist season. But breakfast has arrived, Hokkaido style, and very Japanese, but apparently everything you see here is being produced locally. So it's like, well, chicken for breakfast, anybody? As Vili says, where's some wheat bix? That's not going to happen here. Along with a local delicacy, which they call yogu rapi, which is like, I don't know, it's very drinkable drinking yogurt, but with all the natural ingredients there. This is another new approach to breakfast. We are unexpectedly hiking through the most incredible autumnal scenes, for we have decided on the spur of the moment to try and get up to the erstwhile Olympic ski jump, which is a tourist attraction, but it's buses and trains and loads of walking, but kind of worth it, I'm hoping. Should be able to look down on Sapporo. So onward, onward. It's beautiful. All the autumn leaves, that scary ski slope, and of course the badge of honor. We've stopped for passenger assistance. That would be me. I've got my feet stuck in the ski lift. Oh well, they'll remember me at Sapporo. Arigato. Feet up. That's the point they take off. They go to that little point and then go into the air. We're right at the top of the ski jump, Mount Okuru, or Okurayama as they call it. And you come up in one of these sort of ski lifts where they don't stop. You have to kind of jump in backwards. I managed to completely blemish the Geri-Antics name because I had a backpack on my back and you're supposed to scoop your feet up, and I wasn't quite quick enough, so they had to stop the entire cableway and sort me out. So I can never come back here again. But it was worth it for the view and to look at this incredible jump that some brave souls do come winter time. Yeah, this would be me sitting perched up on my ledge with my helmet on, looking down, saying, "What's plan B?" And this is what we have ordered. Out of 5,000 restaurants, we locked on number 1. Now that is very lucky for us. Just come out of our restaurant and we ate early. We've learned in Japan. And this queue is waiting to get into this tiny 8-man restaurant. Odori Park is probably the part of this city that most people recognize, primarily because it has this famous winter festival in winter, normally about February, when they build great big castles out of snow and ice, and everybody flocks to see it. But here we are in autumn, and I'm rather enchanted that people are coming not just to see the Sapporo TV tower behind me, but just to take photographs of these beautiful autumn leaves. We've got it on the GPS. We're heading somewhere, but went off the tracks looking for coffee. Now, the GPS says there's a coffee shop over here, but I think GPS might be talking fiblets. No, that's not a coffee shop.
That's a coffee shop.
All right, worth a try. I reckon it gets really cold and snowed in looking at the way this thing is actually made, huh? It really isn't a coffee shop that you would have known as a coffee shop. But here we are, along with Japanese locals, I think. Shoes off, of course. Bag in a milk crate, because that's what they always do. They give you something for your bag. And not a single word of English, but a very helpful owner who says, use Google Translate. And here's what we're being brought. Cafe au lait, as they call it. And homemade mandarin orange cheesecake. That looks pretty good. Walking the back streets up in Sapporo, trying to find the cookie and chocolate factory. There it is, like something out of a movie. So, we're going to go and find out for ourselves if it really is like Disney World. Kind of fairy Oompa Loompas. At least they're real. Having their photograph taken with the cookie, as one does. You see a lot of this around Japan. Teeny tiny doggies with really fetching outfits. This. We've got to walk up a hill to get to the ropeway to take us up the hill. Right on top of the mountain in Sapporo, and Vili has found himself another bell. I didn't know there was going to be a bell here, but he's found it. And we got to ring it. The obsession with these love locks continues, apparently, even in Sapporo. We pride ourselves on experiencing all sorts of cuisine, but tonight, our last night on the island of Hokkaido in Sapporo, we're right on top of Okurayama, which is Mount Maiwa, and we took the chance of coming into a fine dining restaurant called The Jewel, and it seems a fitting way to say goodbye to the northern island, but what a difference to the noisy, wonderful, vibey, but very different restaurant where we had ramen last night. All good, both good. We'll do them all. Got a bit more Japanese with the dessert. They're calling it Mont Blanc, but I don't know what Mont Blanc part is underneath, but what I do know is this, what looks like noodles. We've learned this is in fact not noodles. This is marron, which is like a custard base and bean paste, but they sort of seem to turn it into what looks like loads of noodles. And it's not. It's a fascinating handling of a custard mixture. It's Halloween. It looks like the TV cameras are out to capture it. This must be the Sapporo headline news of the day.
はい、だからとも。そうだ。